Welcome to the Tired of Talking podcast. I am your host, Carmen Rozier, and this is the podcast where we talk about all the things we are tired of talking about that we want to put an action plan to. Come to the place where you can rediscover, recreate, and redesign your life. Let's get into it. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Tired of Talking podcast. Yes, it looks different all around here. Today is episode 15, and I am coming to you live and on location from Chicago, Illinois. I'm here for the 120 series conference with Dr. Eric Thomas. And I'm going to just tell y'all right now, this is going to be a whole totally different podcast. It's going to be a whole total lituation because right now I am at the beginning, right at the precipice of a life-changing event. And I didn't want to miss a week of bringing forward a podcast to you, my audience. So you guys know who I am. I'm your host, Carmen Rozier. I help divorced mothers overcome the trauma of divorce and heal what they need to reveal or reveal what they need to heal and get to their next, which is rediscovering, recreating, and redesigning their life from the inside out. And that's what I'm doing right now, right here on location. I am redesigning my life from the inside out. I told you guys the importance of connecting to a community, and that is what I'm doing right now. I am plugging in and immersing myself in an environment of success and like-minded individuals who believe that there is no limit to what you can achieve and what you can accomplish with complete and total execution. So I'm coming to you guys today, and the topic that I want to talk about is not right now. Shout out to Nikki and Moose and their podcast, because I'm going to go ahead and say that I borrowed this from them as I was on my way down here listening to this week's podcast for them. And she said something that was so profound. And she said, not right now, but it's a play on words. But when I think of not right now, because I'm not right now, that's what I want to talk about, is making sure that in that period we talk about on my podcast before, that when you are in the process of rediscovering yourself and recreating your life and your mind and walking into that redesign, there's a period of isolation. And I want to help you guys with things that I know that have helped me to know when I'm not ready, not quite ready, just like taking a cake out of the oven too quickly. And for me, I want to say that not right now, because I am not right now. And what am I talking about? And the 5 areas that are the pillars that I have adopted from this community that I'm a part of in the ETA community. And that is in the area of faith, finance, fitness, family, and freedom. Those are 5 key areas that we believe are the pillars to sustain you in the success and moving forward in your life. And in all of those areas, there are indicators to let you know that you're not quite ready yet, that you're not right now. How many of you know, like I know, that we are a magnet? We draw in the energy that we give out. Now, if you're like myself, I thought I was ready. The indicators that let me know that I was not ready is when there were situations, people, and circumstances that were being drawn or that I was attracting into my being or my circle of influence. And that causes me to pause. And I'm just going to say this right here. Some of us have a victim mentality. And when things happen, we just kind of say, oh, this happened or this happened. And we just kind of throw it out there into the atmosphere as if things just happen. I'm here to let you know that you are so powerful that you give off a frequency. And whatever frequency you give out, that is exactly the frequency that you're going to draw back in. I am in a period right now where I am very aware and self-aware. Self-awareness is key. I'm self-aware of the people that are attracted to me and the circumstances that are attracted to me. I am at, and I'm going to count the months to be precise and exact, but I know that I am almost at 18 months of abstinence, practicing complete abstinence. And I'm going to tell you guys why. And that is because I wanted to cleanse my spirit. I wanted to cleanse and detox my body from anything that may have been dropped into my spirit unbeknownst to me. I have gone through quite a bit in this journey, from becoming from being married and a mother to being divorced or through that separation period, and then revisiting the possibility of being remarried. And I'm going to tell you right now that that right there, that whole situation caused me to pause. I wrote a whole book entitled Till My Death Till We Part: The Life, Death, and Resurrection of a Family. And it was a story that began to take on life and meaning during the pandemic when I found myself quarantined with my ex-husband. And you have to read the book to find out how we even got there. And I'll be happy to share that with you. But I will tell you that that right there was a blaring indication that there were some things about me that were not right. And I didn't realize it until when you don't know what you don't know. I had triple blindness. You don't know what you don't know that you don't know. So there were a lot of unknowns to me, but you got to trust your instincts. And there were things that I was beginning to experience and things that were happening. And it had me to cause me to pause because I thought that I was doing the godly thing. You know, we can be spiritual to the point where it debilitates us, and that's exactly what my truth was. And I'm gonna be very careful with that because you should always lean on the instructions of God. But then there are some things that are just so black and white and so clear that sometimes it is okay to close chapters in your life and to move on. And the way that you know that is when you find yourself in situations that begin to not necessarily agree with your core values and your alignment. You never have to negotiate with those things, especially if you are rooted and grounded in your faith. So, in the faith atmosphere, if you are attracting situations that are not in alignment with your faith, that is how you know that you may not be quite ready yet. I know that right before getting into the situation where I was going to be when I got into the situation of the housing situation that got me back with my ex husband, there was a person that I was dating who actually was going to try to have me renounce the God that I served because he had a different faith. That was a blaring red flag as to where I was, and here I was thinking that I was ready, but I'm letting you know that there are people and circumstances that may occur that lets you know that you're not quite ready. So anytime someone comes in and has you try to waver on your faith, questions your faith, and your faith should be your core center of being. That is your balance. That is your navigation to everything else, whatever is in alignment with your spirit. Now, your faith are the substance of things that you cannot see. There is a higher power that you need to connect to. And I'm saying that you need to because none of us got here by osmosis. I know people have their different faiths, and I'm not telling you that you need to ascribe to mine, but I am a friend of Jesus. I came to know who God is through the ministry of Jesus Christ. I believe that he is a living and true God. That is what I believe. And those are the experiences that I have. And those are my anchors, and that is my core. So anytime that someone tries to get me to move away from that, no deal. So, needless to say, that was a very short lived relationship, but it was an indicator that where I thought that I was ready, I was not ready. I am not right now in that dating realm because I am not right now. Let that sink in. And then when you talk about your finances, my finances are right now not where I need for them to be. Now I'm in the process of building an abundant life. I know that because of my faith that there are things that I cannot see that are coming down the pike. I believe that. But I also understand that when my finances are not quite where they need to be, we don't even have to go into that. It's checks and balances. It's plus and minus. It is simple addition and subtraction. But in my case, multiplication and exponential growth. Not there yet. So therefore, not right now because in the area of finance, I am not right now. In the area of my family, right now, I am the core and the anchor to my family. I am a matriarch, and I am so blessed to be that. It is so surreal to be in a room with 8 humans. Count them: 8 humans. 4 that came directly from my body, and then 4 more who came from one of the bodies that I created. So to have all 8 people in one room for me is more than a blessing. It is surreal to be able to pick out different characteristics of myself, whether it be physical or personality, anything, I get to see myself reincarnated in these 8 people. But right now, my family is not where I feel like we should be as far as our goals and where I want them to be. So right now, there's not a lot of room for extra visitors or extra people until we get our core, the nucleus of my family, until that is in order. So for me, not right now. In the area of my, did we say faith, finance? Oh my gosh, and my fitness. Now, in my fitness, I can say, okay, I feel like I'm okay right now, but that is external. That actually shows me that I am on the path of becoming ready because everything that I do in my fitness is a metaphor for what's going on in my life, of trusting the process, of understanding that discipline, consistency, and working hard and showing up every day in my fitness has yielded me the results of looking like I did in my teens and in my 20s. And that right there, right at the brink of being 50, that lets me know that my health and my fitness, we good. So you see how we're getting there, but we're not quite there yet. And then in the area of freedom, that's connected to finance. I said finance, but all of those things being connected, in the Bible, it tells us that God has a plan and a purpose for us to be abundant, to have a life and have it more abundantly. But it also says that as we grow, as we prosper, we will prosper as our soul prospers. And I used to always hear people say, you what is it? What is the words that they would say? Because I really don't want to mess it up. But basically, getting ready, and when you work on yourself, and then the rest will show up. And I used to see people who appeared to be abundant. They had the cars, they had the house, they had an appearance of what success and abundance looks like, but they didn't necessarily live right. So in my thinking, I'm thinking, well, I ain't got to be perfect. I got a little bit here, I got a little bit there. But the way that my life is set up and the way that the calling on my life is set up is that God says, you will get all of those things because He has something so major in store for me that He doesn't want me to lack in any area. So right now, I am being perfected in every area. And so what He's working on now is my patience while I catch up to myself. And right now, being in the environment that I am, with the people that I am, having the testimonies that they have, overcoming the things that they have overcome, especially ET. He just put out a book, You Owe You. And let me just say to you guys, I finished that book. I had to. He is my coach, he is a mentor of mine, and you owe it to yourself to read that book and listen to the things that he has had to overcome. When you immerse yourself in an environment of people who don't give you an excuse to sit on the sidelines and watch everybody else win, because they're showing you that you don't have to be exceptional. He always says, average skill, phenomenal will. I am in a place where people have spirits and willpower and discipline to overcome any obstacle. So I'm coming to you with that and just saying that sometimes you are in a season of readiness, becoming ready, of making yourself unknown, okay? Because people know who they think they know who you are. But there are so many people who think that they know who Carmen is. Let me just say this. People know who Carmen Jones is, or they think that they do. I haven't been Carmen Jones since 1997. There are people who think that they know who Carmen Rozier is because that's the married name that I took on. But I'm here to tell you that each day I am discovering multiple or different layers of myself. I am literally birthing myself or rebirthing myself as I rediscover from the inside out. And I just want to bring that to you and just let you know that it is okay right now to give yourself a season of becoming ready until you are ready. And all of these things are indicators to let you know when you have and when you have not arrived. Let me make sure I covered everything because I'm not even reading from notes because I just told y'all I'm coming to you guys from location in Chicago. I have no set, but I have my heart, I have my voice, and I have the calling to come and speak to you. And hopefully you can pull from something that I am saying today. But the overall tone of this is not right now because I am not right. now. Getting yourself ready. Have your own coming out. Give yourself a date. I have a date of when I think that I may be ready because there are goals that I am setting for myself. You know, I say from glory to glory, from story to story, from testimony to testimony. Along this journey, I am acquiring the tools that I'm going to need to be ready. And I'm setting goals for myself. And as I reach and execute each goal, that is furthering my readiness. And I'm letting you know right now that on this path, obstacles everywhere, but those obstacles are building blocks and they are building from the inside out to make sure that you are ready, that I am ready. And so let me just make sure we got faith, we got finance or freedom, we got fitness, we got family. And what am I forgetting? So, yes, I digress. That was it. Faith, family, finance, fitness, and freedom. Those 5 pillars are my navigation or my compass, my guide to letting me know when I will be right. But as of right now, I'm in the process and checking off boxes. But at the end of it, freedom is the ultimate. Free to move freely about this thing we call life and having no restrictions on anything that my family needs or wants, anything that I want to be, do, or have will be mine because I will be free. And who the sun sets free is free indeed. And I will leave you with that. I have an event coming up where you will get more of this. October 22nd, 2022, the Believing in Better Conference. Trust me, I will be bringing a lot of this energy, a lot of the information here, and pouring that into you. And I also offer one-on-one and group coaching. Please visit my website, www.carmenrosier.com. I look forward to connecting with you. Please go ahead and leave your information, and I will speak to you guys on next week with another episode of Tired of Talking. Until then, be blessed.